Hi everyone, this is U.S. Immigration Attorney Sharifa Tharpe, and I am live to take your immigration questions. So if you have an immigration question, you're thinking about going through the process, you are going through the process, come here, ask your questions because I am here to answer your immigration questions. We can get questions pretty quickly. So go ahead and start dropping your questions right away so I can start getting to those questions and so that time doesn't run out. So let me tell you more about me. I'm U.S. Immigration Attorney Sharifa Tharpe, and I help clients to get their green cards and status in the United States. I am here every night. I like to close out the night with you. It's a little bit late this time, but I always try to make it. And so I miss very few nights of going live here. So if you would like to ask your question, go ahead and take advantage of me being here now to ask your questions. If you would like to learn more about me, go to the link in my bio. Hi there, Keisha. It's nice to see you. Good night. Go ahead and check out the link in my bio. It will take you directly to my website where you will learn more about me and where you can actually contact me. So, hello, thank you for doing this. I have filed for asylum 4 years ago. Can I still apply for TPS? So, yes. So, now I don't know what your situation is, and I don't know where you are in the asylum process or what happened. It's best, so I can't give you legal advice, but if you do qualify for TPS, you can definitely go for that form of relief as well. So if you meet all the requirements for TPS, then you can definitely pursue TPS. So yes, by the Biden administration, so the Department of Homeland Security has designated Haiti as given them a new designation. So that means that anybody who's new, any Haitians who are new living in the United States as of May 21st, 2021 can get this form of relief. And so you have to meet specific requirements, some of which includes showing continuous residence in the United States, as well as making sure that your background is clean and there are no major criminal issues going on. So August Stevens, I can help you to file for TPS, but first let's make sure you qualify in a consultation. Bossy Cookie, I see that Jamaican flag. Katie Candy. If someone is married for 5 years, can they get U.S. citizenship? So no, it's not based on the marriage. If you have had your permanent residence for 5 years, then you would be able to get, you could possibly qualify for U.S. citizenship. Christina Walker, my 2-year green card will expire in October. When should I start filing for the 10-year? So you need to file for the 10-year within the 90 days before it expires. And so, keep in mind, don't know what your circumstances, but you have to make sure that you file within 90 days before. Hi there, 49 Drake. Thanks for saying hi. User 129. There it is, Jamaica. Hi there. So go ahead, keep putting your questions in because I am here to answer your questions, you all, and your questions are my priority right now while I'm here. Hi there, Chady Kobe. It's nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. So keep those questions coming. These are all great questions, and I would like to be here to answer your questions. Bossy Cookie, can't wait for my daughter to get her citizenship. To make my consultation. I'm looking forward to it as well. So please you have my number. It's all over my videos and you can go to the link in my bio where you can contact me. So for those, hi there, Simone. I think that's Simone. It's nice to see you and thanks for saying hi. Shakira Reed, thanks for that Jamaican flag. 2020 Shelley, British. Can my daughter get a visa to visit to attend my wedding? So it's possible she'll have to apply, and she would have to show strong, if it's a visitor's visa, she'd have to show strong ties to her country to be able to get that. So it depends on where she's from. But when you're doing a visitor's visa, strong ties mean you have to show that you have such strong connection to your country that you have to go back. So you have debt, you have property, you have a business, you have a good long-standing job, you have commitments that you can't leave. So it's very important for your daughter to gather that. My mother-in-law filed for her adult children. It's almost 10 years. Should they retain a lawyer? 49 Drake, it's always best to consult with an attorney first to make sure that everything is going well, to make sure that you do qualify, the kids do qualify. So while it's not required, I definitely recommend it, and they can definitely schedule a consult with me, and I can let them know, if they're on track. So Andre, hi there. And I see that Jamaican flag. Can I apply for a visitor's visa even though I already applied for express entry to Canada? So that is going to, I think that's Canada. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the entry to Canada is going to be different from the entry into the U.S. to visit the U.S. Akeisha 19955, how to get a visa to come over state. So you will need to apply through the U.S. Embassy. And when you apply, you're going to have to show strong ties to your country. That means that you have to show that you're established in your country, that you will likely return, or you're more than likely to return after your temporary visit. So that you're going to show your property, your home, your family ties, your commitments like school or work or projects that you have to do. So that is how you're gonna approach that visa. So Spice 473 already have a B1, B2. How can I apply for green card on my own? So just having a visitor's visa is not going to qualify you to apply for a green card. You have to basically qualify through family, through an employer, through humanitarian means, or last resort, the diversity lottery. That's like a lottery for the green card. But those are the only ways that you would be able to apply for the green card. Now, if you apply, there are ways to apply on your own within those categories, but first you have to have that employer or a special talent, or you have to reach the top of your career to do it employment based. You have to have a U.S. citizen, parent, child 21 and over, or even a sibling. But the only way that you would be able to do it on your own, in cases like that, either you do it through employment, or you would have a family member who maybe is mistreating you, and you could apply based on that. And then Annie 1236, hi there. Alicia Trini 346, if 2-year green card expired, I applied for the 10-year and they give me 18-month extension. What happens next? So it sounds like you are in the middle of the process, and it just means that you can keep that 18-month extension until you get a decision on the 10-year green card. I know many of them are backlogged right now, but you have to make sure you're on track, that you've provided all your evidence, that you met all the requirements in order to, so make sure you protect yourself. If there's something you're concerned about, schedule a consultation. Orlando Brooks, thanks for sharing the live. So keep your questions coming. These are all great questions, and I'm blazing through them. So keep those questions coming, and hang tight for those of you who are waiting. So Ramsey, what they mean by request for evidence, please help. So the request for evidence is they basically send you a letter that's going to detail all the information that they want, additional information that they want or need or that's required in order to complete your application. Can't stress how important it is to make sure that you you address this RFE, be timely because there's usually a deadline on it. And usually this is your last chance to be able to get a favorable decision, because what the officer is basically saying is we need this information to make a decision. And so if you don't provide it, there's a big risk of denial. So make sure that you definitely look at, if you need legal advice, go ahead and schedule with me. The link is in my bio to get to the website, and my videos, my phone numbers on my videos. So Peace Love 330, so I'm not sure what that is. O'Keefe Wilson, thanks for the follow. Simone, me and my fiance plan to get married after her return from deployment. Can I file for my 19-year-old? So if you and your fiance plan to get married, and your fiance is the U.S. citizen, then your 19-year-old would not qualify as a stepchild, because unless you got married before your child, which you didn't because it's your fiance. So in this case, they wouldn't qualify as a stepchild of your U.S. citizen, I'm assuming U.S. citizen fiance. So, but when you get your green card, then you would be able to file for your child. Carrie Ann Morrison, thanks for the follow. So Akeisha, I'm seeing a question here, but I don't think it's complete. So go ahead and put your questions. Hi, is Barbados on the list? So Barbados, I'm assuming you're talking about the E2 visa list, and it's not. It's not an E2 country. It's Grenada, Jamaica, Trinidad, that are the E2 countries within the Caribbean. Do you know how long it takes to bring my sons over 21 years old? So it depends on what process, what's your status, what's the process. And so I wouldn't be able to give you a timeline, but I can tell you a way to figure out the range of time. If you have a pending application and you go to uscis.gov, you can go to case processing times and look at the service center that's processing your case. And when you look at that, when you pull that up, you can see a range of time that it takes. So Christine Hanniford, so my daughter overstayed, the filing is almost complete. Does she have to go back to Jamaica? Can she come back? So now if you are if your daughter is under 21, so if your daughter is under 21, she's not married, and you're a U.S. citizen, there's a way she can apply while being in the United States. However, if she's over 21, she's over 21, you're a U.S. citizen, or she's over 21, you're a green card holder, then yes. But keep in mind that if she overstayed, you must make sure that she applies for forgiveness through a waiver before leaving the country. Because if she leaves the country without that approved waiver, she's going to be barred for 3 years if she has overstayed by 6 months. So Christina, I cannot stress how important it is for you to get legal advice, because a waiver is not necessarily just a fill in the blanks form. It takes a lot of hard work, strategy, but in some cases, it's the only hope for this person to be able to finish the green card process is to go back, but first apply and get approved on a waiver. So schedule a consultation and let's talk about the process and whether you qualify. Pink Bandit 268, are the delays going to improve anytime soon? I really hope so, and I believe that this current administration is working hard to get the backlog cleared. So I think over time it will improve, and hopefully if we continue to have administrations that promote an efficient and fair immigration system, then we would be able to see a better system, faster system. Unfortunately, if that's not the case, for example, in the elections next year, if the if these anti-immigrant type of politicians take over again, we can see the same thing happening. So yes, the Biden administration they're clearing it up. I see where they're really working hard on it. But if those of us who are citizens here, we definitely have to make sure that we stay on our P's and Q's to keep the government in place that will keep our immigration system fair and efficient. Ramsey, you're welcome. Cookies, I filed a fiance visa for my fiance. How long do you think the process is now with the pandemic? So I'm seeing it going for over a year. So you can expect a year to 18-month process. Momo Jonathan, hey, any Haiti TPS updates? So yes, I don't know if you know, but the Haiti has a new designation for TPS, and what that means is that anybody who has been here as of May 21st, 2021 can apply for TPS. TPS will allow you to get a work permit, SSN, protect you from deportation for the next 18 months. And the good news is that the government often extends this for years. So, as I said before, where the Trump administration had tried to terminate the Haitian TPS and it was only lawsuits that was keeping it in place, this administration would likely keep extending it. So it's very important that we make sure we keep this administration in, or keep government in, that will continue to promote these programs to protect people who can't go back to their home. So how can someone in Haiti apply for a work visa? You first need to find the employer or qualify in some way. And there's so many programs available, so many visas, so many different types of qualifications that you need, that would definitely require us to sit down in a consultation to go over what you qualify for. Alicia Trini 348, you're welcome. So I am NAS HP. Thanks for the follow. I keep those questions coming, and for those of you who have put your questions in, just hang tight as the questions come across to me on the screen, and I see them now. Let's see. So yes, Christina, yes, I'm a citizen, daughter's 32. How long does it take if she goes home, and your cost for consulting? So my cost is $150. Now, Christina, your daughter will need a waiver. At this point, if she has overstayed by 6 months, and then she has accrued what's called unlawful presence, and once she leaves the country without that waiver, what will happen is she will be barred for 3 years, and she'll have to apply for a waiver while being outside of the country. So she would be stuck outside of the country. So it's very important. So the waiver I'm talking about will allow her to apply from within the United States, and then she would be able to, once it's approved, be able to travel. Now, this is general information because I don't know all your facts. Where we need to get more in depth about the waiver and whether you qualify is in the consultation. The fee is $150, but it is well worth it to start with that, for us to evaluate, advise you, evaluate whether you qualify, and then you would have the option to get representation to prepare the waiver if necessary. 49 Drake, now that young adult is over 21 but was on a sponsorship app, what's her next option? So it depends on how else she can qualify. If she's over 21 and now she's off of the application because she's aged out, then her green card parent could possibly still apply for her, but it's a year-long process. So it really depends on what else she'll qualify for. Angeli, hi, is the embassy in Jamaica open for me to apply for a visa? So the best way, because there's so many different procedures, policies, closures, right now, the best thing that you can do, Angeli, is go to the website. Just Google U.S. Embassy in Jamaica, and they will definitely provide updates as to which applications are available right now. Cupcake USA 95. What happens if you have a condition to stay with your green card and you have to go back? So I'm not sure what that means. So if you have a condition to stay with your green card and you have to go back. So Cupcake, I don't know if you're talking about the 2-year green card. With a 2-year green card, as long as it's valid, it hasn't been denied, it hasn't been revoked, you should be able to travel on your green card. I don't know. I don't know if you're referring to something else, but you can clarify if I didn't answer your question. Jamrock, can I file for my dad while he's here in his 6 months? So Jamrock, if you're a U.S. citizen and your dad is here and you've decided that it's best that he stay with you, get his green card, and you're 21 or over, U.S. citizen, and your dad came in on a visa, then there's a way that he could possibly adjust status in the United States. That means apply for the green card while being here. Cookies 0621, how long do you think the process is right now for a fiance visa from Trinidad? So what you can do is you can go to the uscis.gov website, look up case processing times, and you will be able to see. So there are only certain service centers that are going to process that particular application, and so you can see the range of time that they're taking to complete the process on those. Ecclesias Gaspard, so AB8688, thanks for the follow. How long it take to bring a relative over 21? So in the case that you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder parent and you're sponsoring a child over 21, it could be U.S. citizen 6 to 7 years, green card holder 5 to 6 years. Kimi Persad, I have my green card. I want to know how to get my mom to come live with me. She lives in Trinidad. So you have to become a U.S. citizen first before you can sponsor your mom. 49 Drake, once a minor becomes an adult, they automatically get taken off of the sponsorship. So no, 49 Drake, there is what's called the Child Status Protection Act, and I did a video on it. You'd probably have to scroll through to find the video, but there's a special formula that they use for derivatives. And what happens is once a visa number becomes available, what they will do is calculate if they're over 21, say they just turned 21, they will calculate the time that the application was filed to the time that it was approved, the I-130 was approved. And they'll subtract that time from the age 21. And if the age falls back under 21, then that would protect them and keep them as a child for purposes of the immigration. So that could possibly be a solution here, but it's only applied, that formula is only applied once an immigrant visa number becomes available. That's usually at the time that the National Visa Center says your priority date comes current. So your priority date comes current, that's when they would do the formula. And if they do the calculation and the age still doesn't fall under 21, then they would be out of luck at that point. So you would really have to see if that can apply to you. Ramsey, you are welcome. So Angeli711, thanks for sharing the live. Now keep those questions coming while I'm here. I know if you're going through the process, you're thinking about the process, you have questions. So I see some more questions, and let's see. So Sing Custom 5, I'm interested, just saw your video. So Sing Custom 5, which one did you see? Did you see the E2? If you saw the E2 and you're interested, definitely give me a call, or whatever videos you saw, because I do those, whatever you saw, those are areas that I focus on, and I will be glad to help you. So just give me a call, 561-405-4889. Dave for real 2468. I married but divorced and still out of status. Can my citizen parents file for me? So your citizen, if you're over 21, it's going to be a years long process. If you were married and you got divorced, maybe what caused the divorce? Did your spouse mistreat you? If your spouse mistreated you and you've been divorced for less than 2 years, then there is a way to apply for the green card on your own. And that's my question here, Dave, for real, is that if you were married and you were married to a U.S. citizen, why didn't they apply for you? Is it that they were refusing? Is it that they were holding it over your head? Is it that they were mistreating you, abusive, verbally, emotionally? And if you've been divorced for less than 2 years, then this could be a solution. You could apply on your own. Fortnite Drake, you are welcome. Cashmane Barrett, I have a U.S. visa, traveled 4 times, and they interrogated every single time what can be the cause. So I don't know how often you've traveled in that time, but there may be something that they are flagging every time that you go in and out of the country. So yeah, you definitely just have to be careful. Make sure you're truthful, honest, straight up with them all the time. Jamrock, can I file for my Jamaican dad if he's here during his 6 months? So Jamrock, if you're a U.S. citizen, then that could be a possibility. Is the TPS available for application now? So I don't believe it has opened up just yet, but as soon as it does, you will hear me announce it again. So keep those questions coming because I am here to answer your questions. So go ahead and start. So the start a business video I saw, but tell me some. My sister wants me to come in the US. What's my step? So Sing Custom, you will have to be the citizen of an E2 country. So that would be, for example, Trinidad, Jamaica, Grenada, Panama, Mexico, Argentina, Bolivia. These are just some of the countries in our region. And if you're the citizen of an E2 country and you have the investment to put into the business, to run a successful business, it doesn't necessarily have to be millions of dollars, but you do have to show that you have made or you're currently making a substantial investment for the type of business that you're running. So those are the essential pieces of getting that E2 visa. So Christina Hanniford, thanks for sharing the live. So keep those questions coming because I am here to answer your immigration questions. I know if you're going through the process, you have. So you're a jeweler. And so Sing Custom, if you have a business idea, if you're currently running a business in your country and you want to expand it to the United States, then that could be an option for you. But we'd have to look at your financials, your business plan to make sure that you could qualify for this. So June is asking, what's the E2 mean? It's basically the E2 treaty investor visa. So it is, and they call it E2 countries, and these are for countries that have agreements with the United States to allow their citizens to come to the United States and invest in businesses. Cashmane Barrett, can they take my visa if I stay 4 months? And if so, do they take it right away? So as long as you stay within the time that they give you, Cashmane, you don't stay over the time that they've authorized you to stay, then you should be okay. They're not going to take it away just because of 4 months. I've seen them give people 4 months to stay in the United States, but if you go over that time, then you're in dangerous territory. So TechWiz Young, thanks for the follow. Sing Customs, it sounds good to me too. I hope I hear from you soon. So that's it for tonight. I am here every single day. So if you are going through the immigration process, hi there, winners 2222. So if you're going through the immigration process, you're thinking about it, get legal advice. So Jamrock, So you are a citizen. Will I get a result before his 6 months? I don't want my dad to overstay. So, Jamrock, if your dad is, if you're a U.S. citizen, your dad came in with a visa. If your dad would if you want him to stay, if he can't leave, he can apply for adjustment of status, meaning stay with you and apply for the green card while he's here. However, if you don't want him to, you want him to stay outside of the country while the process is moving forward, you definitely don't want him to overstay. But Shamrock, I urge you to get legal advice about your options, because it just depends on what fits you and your dad. So Tulip Jackson, you are welcome. Prayerly, hi there. So if you'd like to go ahead, schedule a consultation, just go to the link in my bio. It goes to the website with all the contact information for the firm. You'll talk to the scheduling coordinator who will schedule the consultation with me so that we can talk and help. I can help advise you and represent you on your immigration issue. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.